Hey guys, it is Lita Ray and welcome back to my life. Be sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and comment videos you guys would like to see. But today's video is going to be me sharing my faith story with you guys, as well as like my Christianity. In my 2022 goals, I did say I wanted to incorporate faith and Christianity in this channel. So yes, let's go ahead and get into the video. So to begin, with my mom and my father. My father wasn't really one of church. He attended a few services with us. Unlike my mom, she was really Christian. She grew up in a church. She was part of church choir. She loved church, and she still loves church. However, she just doesn't like Life Church right now. So she doesn't go with me, but she still watches TV church, and she still does that. And she still firmly believes in God. And I value that for her. Like, I really do love my mom for that. She's definitely like just like a huge role model for me, because she prays every night still. Then I can just like hear her upstairs. It's just kind of really cool. But going to my story now. So me and my sister, Linda Ann, she's at work right now, but we moved a lot as kids because we're like a mom and dad in different situations. But we moved a lot, so we had experienced different churches. And for the longest time, we went to People's Church, but it was a long drive for us. So we went there for a while. We actually served there. We did like a few events and volunteered and helped them. But we ended up just stopped going because it was too far of a drive, and like we got busy, and you know, just like life happened, I guess. Well, then we found a church closer to us, which was Faith Church, and absolutely love this church. This is where I kind of feel like I was really learning about the Bible and like learning about God. I just really love this church, and like the experience was great. They did like a Wednesday night for girls thing, where we would like have to list the Bibles in order, and then you could like get badges and stuff. So I thought that was kind of cool. As well as my mom worked there. She worked in their daycare. And it was kind of really cool. And then we also got to be there, of course, especially in the summer. So we'd go on field trips, and we'd just like experience that. And we made tons of friends. But then there was a situation that happened, so we just kind of backed away from that church. And we never really went to churches. Like for holidays, we would go, but we would just kind of do like a random church. Or like we did try Faith again. It just wasn't the same. And then we drove to People's for Christmas. But honestly, I really just didn't feel connected with God. Like I would pray and I would ask for things, or like, you know, like when I was sick, I just like, please let me feel better. Like, just please help me. Stuff like that. I would do kind of like the simple things. But it wasn't really until high school, I found Life Church. One of my oldest friends had invited me and my sister, and it was to go to their color ward. And I ended up getting sick, so I couldn't go. But Linda Ann went, and she came back and she talked about it, and she actually liked it. The next week, or I want to say 2 weeks after, we both decided to go again. And at this point, you know, we were only sophomores, so we didn't drive. And so our mom would be taking us and everything. And I actually started like to like it. Like I fell in love with it. My switch leader, which I'm just gonna say A. I don't really like, I don't know if she wants me to say her name on here or not, so I'm just gonna say Miss A. Miss A became a huge part of our lives. We had a group chat for our high school group at the time, and we would always just like text in there, and like we'd be like, hey, like how are you guys doing, and just kind of do like a check-in thing. And like that's one thing that I really loved. And then we didn't attend church on the weekends. My sister and I both worked, and our mom was driving us. So she'd drop me off at work, had to stay there, and then we'd come back home, and we didn't do church on Sundays. So we did that, and then obviously we did that our sophomore, junior, senior year. We really got involved with it. By the time senior year came, Ann and I were driving. We did attend Sundays, and we were serving in Life Kids. And that was an absolutely amazing experience. But when it came time for me to go to college, I was in Bethany. And last year I did not commute. I lived on campus. So I tried churches over there, and I fell in love with this one church. It's a little church, Passion Church. And, you know, I thought this was going to be the church for me. The people there are lovely and they're nice. However, it just didn't feel as good as Life Church did over here. And so I was just like, man. So I just didn't do church. I went to a Christmas service with friends, and then, you know, in the summer I was going to Life Church. Not the whole summer though. I was still working on the weekends, but in about like last July, I want to say July 4th, I know we went to a church with family friends. And then that next weekend I came to Life Church because it was now working into my schedule. And I met new people because like a lot of these people had left when Ann and I had left, just because like everyone was at different stage points. And I know a few people had moved while I was in college away from Oklahoma City. So when I went that morning, there was a lot of different faces. However, there's like regular ones. Like my youth pastor now, he was still there. So yeah, it was definitely kind of different, but then I just kind of kept going and kept going. And then I had got asked to be a switch leader by my youth pastor, and I'm gonna say Mr. B, I guess. He came up and he talked to me, and he's just like, I think you'd be great for this, like we could really use help. One of the girls that were in my switch groups actually is my co-lead for middle school, and I just love this. I love getting to learn these girls. I love getting to help these girls. I have about 12-15, kind of just depends on like what the week is, but I'm very happy to be doing this. And then about 2 months after that, I mean, yeah, roughly 2 months, maybe 3, not really sure, but then I started doing Life Kids again on Sundays, and I absolutely love that. I mean, I'm in the loop again, and just the energy, and I love getting to worship twice a day on Sunday. Music is my favorite thing, and just worshiping and doing all of that has been amazing. But yeah, that's a little bit of my background. Yes, that is a little bit of my background. Sorry it was all over the place. I know it wasn't going to be too detailed. I can't really explain some things yet, just because I'm still like fully trying to understand. There was some situations that did happen, not too bad, but just like some things that my family and I, like, we just don't want to share yet, I guess is what you could say. So I'm not going to do that. But me personally, I do feel stronger in my faith than what I have known. I do believe that when you're a Christian, you're constantly growing, whether it's in his word or like learning new worship music or just understanding faith and like the Bible and all of that. And then going to a Christian school, I get to learn like the context, and I think that's definitely something that has helped me, just like where I am, because I've always been that one that questions everything, and I know it's like wrong to question, so I'm trying to get an understanding. I actually have Bible hermeneutics right now in school, so I'm really excited to see what this does for me. I've taken New Testament, Old Testament, and I definitely have to say Old Testament was definitely more of my favorite. But then, you know, New Testament has Matthew, Luke, and John, and those ones were really helpful. So I kind of feel like in between the two of them, I can't really say which one is better right now. But I haven't read the full Bible yet, so I plan on doing that, so we shall see. But another thing is that, you know, we're supposed to multiply the kingdom and just help those around us. So I kind of feel like being a light in people's life is something to like as well as work on. I've always been one that loves to be known, not like as like, oh, like inferior, like superior type thing. No, I just like love meeting new people, and I love talking to people and getting to know them. It's one of my favorite things. So I kind of feel like that's important, as well as like to have my faith and my Christianity be like known about who I am. I don't just want to be that person, oh, she just acts Christian. Like, no, I actually do want to live the life of a devoted follower, and I do want to be seen as that type of person who you can come to get advice. So yes, I tend to pray a lot, just like simple prayers. I pray in my car. Kind of feel like my car is my safe place. as well as my bed. I do pray before I go to sleep, but I tend to find myself like when I'm driving and a thought just comes across my mind, sometimes I do turn on worship music and I do pray in my car. Obviously parked, do not be closing your eyes while you're driving. Please do not do that. But yes, like I feel like my faith is definitely stronger than what it was years ago. And as I continue to progress, I definitely want to share it on here. But yes, that is it. I appreciate you guys watching. If you made it this far, definitely let me know what is one thing you struggle with as being a Christian, or what's your favorite verse, or kind of something like that. But definitely let me know.